Well, hey folks, let's talk Christmas gifts right after the intro. Okay guys, I thought I would give you a quick rundown of some of the best gifts I think for both yourself and for others. Let's face it, hopefully for others out there. And I'm going to put a link to everything that has a decent direct link to it. Some of these things I'm going to give you general ideas and you can go out and search for them. But I'm going to give you a whole list of links. Now, they're not affiliate links. I don't have anything like that. I probably should. But these just are ones I found. I just did a type and found those. So you could go look elsewhere if you want to. I'm not saying you have to go this direction. But these are the ones I found, give you some ideas about it. And I'm going to try to go quick so you can just get a quick idea what's going on, and then you can go look through the list and find that link and go check it out. Okay? So as you can see, I still haven't cleaned up from my my whole disc golf. What other discs do I have? Which is coming out, I believe, after this. So yeah, we're going to find out all the other discs that have been sitting on my shelf, etc. It's a long video. Feel free to watch it at double, triple speed, or just do whatever you want to do with it. But for some people that want to know all the other discs I had, you're going to see it. So there you go. Okay. So I do not have these. I'm not as organized with this one as I did a thing on channels that's probably going to come up after this. I want to get this one out faster so that you have time if you want to order anything. But this is just as I thought about these things. I'm just popping them off. So you can either get ideas from me or organization. You're not going to get both. And this is about as organized as I get. So, okay, let's get into here. And my chair is squeaky. I need a new chair. Ooh, I should put that on the list. All right. First thing, a great gift is a rangefinder. And the biggest thing about that is, decide where you want to go. I went cheap on mine, but it only does yards. And so I have to do the math. And sometimes I'm like, oh, crap, multiply by 3. I like the ones that show feet and elevation changes. That would be what I would look for. I know Bushnell does a good job with that, but depending on your budget, there are cheaper versions out there. You can get by with ones that just have feet, but I would, looking back, I'd save a little bit more money and buy something a little more expensive that does feet, just because it just, sometimes under pressure, it's like, oh, 127, 900 feet, so it's good to have the feet already done the math for you. So, okay. The other thing, I think a great gift that a lot of people overlook is giving somebody a disc golf practice basket. I've talked about this before. I believe the practice basket is one of the best things that you can have to work on your game. I'm a big believer in practice baskets, and I love the DGA Mach Lite. It's just a great foldable one that catches pretty well, unless you're doing a video, and then it acts obnoxious on you. But I really like that one to be able to pop it up, throw it in the trunk, keep it in your car, have it ready to go. It's not super heavy, and so it's just a wonderful one. If you're going to have something a little more permanent, maybe sitting in the backyard, I really like the MVP black holes. There are other versions of that. Some people have asked about wear and tear. I've had mine out in the backyard for about 3 years now, and yeah, there's some rusting here and there, but overall, it does a great job for practice baskets, and both of those. So the Mach Lite is $100 right now. It could go up and down during the holiday season. And then the black hole runs about $134, so not terrible, but then depending on how you get it, the shipping might be a little more, kick it in there. Then the other thing, if somebody's got the practice baskets, you might want to think about the MVP does a disc golf stand that you can hold your discs when you practice. I personally would probably build one out of PVC, but that's a whole nother story that we may get into on another video. Okay, and then they've also, MVP's got 2 great shelving options. If you got a lot of discs like me and you don't want to go IKEA or whatever, you might want to look into their shelving. They've got both the tall and the horizontal. One is 139 and the other is 89. Might want to look into that. And then another one that I really like, and I will include the link here, is a practice net. I have it in the backyard, and it's a big old honker, and I got it for $79, and it is... boy, I think it's like 12 by 20 or something like that. I mean, it's just a net. No bells or whistles, but I string it up between 2 trees, and I don't have to worry about throwing too high or hitting another house or whatever. I think that's a great option. You could even use it to cover the opening of your garage and not be worried about it escaping the garage. And for $71, I don't know about shipping, but yeah, that's pretty good. Then I love my remix discs. I got a bunch of them, you know, that I use for practice. And you've got a lot of different options there. If you go to remix, I think giving somebody a batch of 12 for 99, or you can go 6 for like, I think, let's see how much, 6 for 59. It's great to give them some practice discs that they can have, and they're great plastic from MVP. I think that's a wonderful thing. You've even got the 12 disc starter set that's like 85 bucks, and it comes with a bag unless you don't pay attention and you don't get the bag. But it starts with 12, but then you can do like 8 and 6. Those are wonderful gifts to get somebody started, or your family, you know. People that aren't that really into disc golf, but you are, might be a great way to get them excited by giving them each like a 6 starter set bag for like 34 bucks. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Let's see. Do I have a, yeah, 59 for a 6, something like that. But you could get even a 3 or a 4 disc set and just to get started, and they come with a bag. And that would be a great way to kind of maybe tease them into coming out and playing disc golf with you. All right, and then I gotta support my buddies. Tour Series disc. Go check out Sullivan Tipton's Tour Series gift disc. I've got a link down below, and Kevin Kiefer. I caddied for both of them over the last 2 years, and they're great guys. Kevin is about to have a baby. He and Stacy are going to take some time off from the tour, but you can still buy some of their tour discs and really support them, give them an extra cushion while they're not playing on the tour. And they're great discs. Both the Sully, I love the, if you can get hold of the Sully Raptor, that's great, but he's got a lot of good, and the DGA Hurricane, really good. So anyway, check those out. Right now, they had a sale for the Sullys, and it was only $14.99. Good stuff. And then I'll leave a link below. And same thing, Kevin's a little more expensive, but it's worth it. Okay, then, oh, do I have them over here? One of the great gifts you could do is you could buy the IDGC, the International Disc Golf Center, with all the stuff they've been going on with the pine beetles and the hurricane. They've had to get rid of a lot of trees, and they've added some of the tree to the disc as a memorial disc. That would be a great thing to give to somebody as a gift, and also do a great job to help out the International Disc Golf Center restore what's going on over there. I didn't bring my bag in with me, but depending on, if you've got older players or folks that play up north in the wet and the cold and the snow, I really think the Mojo Riser is a great accessory for them. Now, it's a little expensive. It runs, right now they're running about 119. I think they've got a sale. But it adds about, I don't even think it's 2 pounds, maybe around there, something like that, to your bag, but it keeps it up out of the water and the junk and all that crap. And if you're going to practice with it or whatever, saves your back from bending over a lot. As an older player, I like it a lot. It's a little extra item, but it would make a great gift for somebody who probably wouldn't buy it for themselves. You could really, you know, I think anybody would appreciate having it. And the nice thing is you can attach it to the bag so it doesn't do a lot of damage. Back in the past, you kind of had to drill holes and do stuff like that. They've got better ways to do it now, so you don't have to worry about that quite as much. Okay, bags. I don't have any direct links to these guys because there's a whole bunch of them out there, but I would say check out Pound Bag, Squatch Bag, Pure Bag, Pound, did I say Pound? And Grip. You know, just do a search on different bags. This would be great to give somebody, where they're starting out with the small bags. MVP makes some great small bags, all the way up to, you know, like the Pound and the Pure can get really, really fancy. But go shopping for a bag for somebody. You would blow somebody's mind if you sent them a bag. Okay, Zuka cart, another big item there. Let's face it, most of these we're shopping for ourselves for that. But to buy somebody a Zuka cart would just be an amazing thing. And I've got a link. They've got small, they got wide, they got big, they got all kinds of stuff. If somebody you know has a Zuka cart, you might just want to look at buying some accessories for them, buying the water bottle holders or the umbrella extender. There's lots of little things you can do for your buddy who already has a cart. And then besides the Zuka, you've got the Rovic cart, which is fold it down, hang your bag on it. You've also got the Bag Boy, and then I've got a link to one other. You know, there's some other off-brand ones that you may want to look at, and I'm going to give you a link for one of those down below, or you can just do a search for yourself. You've got to decide, is your courses that you play worth it for a cart? If they will let a cart through there, man, it'll save your back, especially if you're going to do tournaments and other things like that. That, again, might be one of those splurge purchases that somebody might not buy, but you could gift them something and be amazing. speaking of another splurge, which this is, let's face it, this is most likely going to be for you. Or wives, if you're listening, who knows, why would you even be listening to it? Let's face it, demographic wise, probably not many wives out here listening to this video, but the tech disc. It's going to run you about $2.99, you know, shipping, all that stuff. But that's a great practice tool to have, to be able, especially if you're up north, you're trapped inside a lot of the time because of weather and stuff like that, being able to practice in your garage. I would look into the tech disc as a great tool to do some stuff. And I hope in the future there's going to be stuff where you can do more stuff with other people. If nothing else, you can compare your stuff online with each other. But tech disc may be something that would be a great gift for you or someone you love. Okay, then I think another awesome gift that you could really blow somebody's mind by giving them is the Foundation monthly subscription box. You know, it's, let's see, how much is it? It's a 3-disc box. I don't know exactly. I think it's like 30 something a month. Yeah, that's pretty pricey, but could you imagine your friend gets 3 new discs and a little swag every month. So every month he'll be reminded of, man, somebody just set me up. I think that would be a pretty cool gift. You check it out, I got the link. Then there's also UDisc membership subscription that you could pay for somebody else or yourself to be able to play and keep track of everything. Just a little pro subscription you could kick in there, and for that guy that's playing with who never has it on his phone, that'd be a great gift for him. Just about everybody that I play with uses UDisc, and I think it's just a great gift for somebody who may not have it. Okay, DGN. You know, this will get a little people like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? But man, you for folks that maybe don't watch the live events, this may be something that you could get them a yearly subscription, 1-year subscription, and let them try it out, see how they like it, and maybe they'll continue on afterwards. You know, they got different subscription models, etc., but at least get them started on it. Might be something to think about. Once again, we're thinking about gifts for other folks. And then, how about somebody who doesn't have a PDGA number? You could get them a PDGA number, or at least pay for it, or pay for their membership renewal if they haven't done it. These are just gift ideas. I've got links below. Along with that, what about tournament tickets to go see an actual pro tournament? You know, if they're near an area there and they thought they haven't experienced the pros playing and seeing them in real life, that might be a great gift to be able to give them that. I've got a link to where you can start looking at the different tickets. Quick Stick. For folks that, you know, lose their disc, getting out of the water and stuff like that, is a great tool. But there's also, I've got other retrievers that I've got a link to that you can go check those out. But then finally, a couple generous things is you could go give them, you know, make a donation or give a donation for them for like the Paul Macbeth Foundation for the work they're doing overseas and in areas that don't have disc golf. They're doing a lot of great stuff, so you could donate in their name. Might be something you might want to look at. And then finally, you could go to Etsy to find some great unique gifts, disc golf gifts that that other people have handcrafted, etc. I know my family has found some unique mugs and other stuff for me at Etsy that they got. And so if you can't find anything, you don't want to go the normal route, Etsy might be a great place to go, and I've got a link for that. A couple others, I don't have links for these because they're kind of general. I was going to throw in the grip belt. I have some disc golf grip belts, but I think I can't find them anywhere else. So if anybody knows where the grip belt stuff is, send me a link. If it's not, besides, I only found like 5 or 6 that were just but if anybody has any knowledge of grip belt, send me the link and I'll add it to the description. And then you can always look for hats and apparel. For folks, you know, you got hats, you got shirts, think about rain jackets for somebody. There's all kinds of stuff, especially if they follow a certain player. You could both support the player and give them a great gift that they can wear. There's lots of opportunities to look for hats and shirts and dry fit, and you know, the list goes on. Chamois. Now it's spelled Chamois, like chamois. And I think it's one of my favorite towels to use when drying my disc off. What I'll do is I'll hit it with a chamois, and then if I need a little extra, I'll hit it with a towel. And that's the other thing that you can get. But towels are also a great thing. You can get them with different logos and stuff on it from your favorite players, favorite companies, etc. But the chamois is, I didn't put a link to it because you just go leather chamois drying cars. You know, they use them for drying cars. They're made out of leather and they've got different sizes, different qualities and stuff like that. But I always carry a chamois with me. Oh, wait, happen to have two in the house. So this is a chamois and it's made out of leather. And these things soak up the water better than a towel to get it really dry, better drying than a regular towel. And the nice thing is, even if they get wet, you can wring them out a lot better than a towel and they still have a decent drying quality to them. So just do a quick search on chamois leather drying towel and pick up a pack. And my buddy sent me, that's actually a gift from my friend last year who gave me an extra one, and I like them a lot. Also, you could think about bag patches. Like I've got several on my bag that, you know, I got one from Robbie, Paul Macbeth, some other things like that, and even some goofy ones on there. You can look at great bag patches for people. Along the same lines, think about stickers. We all love stickers, and it ties into the other idea of getting them some water bottles, especially if you know what kind of bag they have. Most of them will handle, you know, a decent size water bottle, but some stickers to go on that water bottle. Or you buy the water bottle and some stickers so they can really jazz up that water bottle. But I think that's a great idea. And then minis with different players, you know, funky minis, or expensive, more expensive ones made out of metal, etc. You could really give them something that they're going to really prize, or they can be fun. You know, you could give them stuff that have, you know, joke minis, etc. The sky's the limit there. Also, glow stuff. You know, we're talking flashlights, we're talking chargers. You know, that's why I'm not linking to these, because there's a million stuff out there. But think about, especially during this time, people are playing more and more glow stuff. So they're always needing flashlights, rechargeable batteries. There's a lot of stuff you can look at for giving somebody the gift of glow this year. And then here's some outside the box, but maybe a gift for a lesson with a local pro. You contact a local pro and pay for this person to go have a lesson with them. What a great gift. You're investing in their game and your friendship. And the local pro is getting something out of it as well. Purchase a dyed disc, specially dyed for them, or just their favorite disc dyed up. You know, there's so many great disc dyers out there. Those make some neat gifts, especially if you know, oh, they love the rock. Get them a rock dyed, or, you know, a buzz or something like that. There's so many things you can do with dyed discs that are really cool. The sky's the limit. That's why I don't have any particular one out there, because there's so many out there right now. Some good guys and gals. If you've got a local disc golf store in your area, see if they've got gift cards, because let's face it, we're pretty particular about our gifts, especially wives buying stuff for your husbands. It'd be better to get a gift card that they could go in. That way it's investing in the local shop, but also allowing them to get what they actually want, versus you buy them the tilt, and that's the last thing they need. Here's something, and I don't know exactly how it would play in, but if you want to be really generous and so into your disc golf scene, what about buying a basket or a bench for your local course? You know, if there's that bench that's really rotted or whatever, you could go, hey, I'd like to buy a bench, or I'd like to rebuild the bench. It would be a way to give a gift to the disc golf course and the disc golf community. And that kind of ties in with the whole, what about when there's a tournament coming up, maybe sponsor a hole in the name of a friend. That way you can help the tournament, but also, you know, say, hey buddy, you know, did you see the sign? You know, great way to surprise them. Of course, you know, you might have to say, hey, I bought you this for the tournament coming up in 3 months, but I got you covered. Just a way that you could do something for them, but also invest in the local scene. And then there's also just the grip bags, the whale sacks, etc. These are great little gifts to give people, so that they've got you know, something to add to their bag, just like the towels, the minis, etc. Grip sacks, whale sacks, birdie bags, all that stuff. You can find some great ones out there. Then, just like I said earlier, Etsy. There's some great disc golf art out there. You can do some research and find some great art for somebody. If they've got a little man cave or a store or something like that, maybe find a great piece of art for them, for yourself. You know, for your wife, you know, she'd like a nice picture of a disc golf basket, you know, with maybe a tree over it or something like that. It'd look really nice. And then we're going to get into kind of the last two are kind of like this blow out the system. This is for dream kind of stuff. But if you've got let's say you've got a friend or yourself that's got a man cave or garage with a net, and maybe a tech disc. What about maybe a turf pad so that they can actually practice throwing on turf? That I think it's called the X-Rite turf. I didn't put a link to that because you could do a research. I know those could get kind of expensive, but we're going big on this one. Buying some artificial turf for somebody for their garage might be a cool thing. And then the final one is, I'm just giving you the blowout right here. What about a projector for that guy down there? So that if he's got a tech disc, he's got turf, and he's got a net, he can kind of do his own little simulator down in his garage. You can get, from small to big projectors. It really depends on how much you like the person and how big your wallet is. But that would be a great thing for somebody to give, to buy for yourself. Tell your wife, hey, this is what I might want for Christmas. Wink, wink, nod, nod. But you could really kind of set up the practice session down in the garage, especially when the weather's bad this time of year. It'd be a great way to kind of stay in shape with your disc golf. Okay, there you go. I ran through it as quick as possible. Hopefully I sparked a few ideas for you for both the less pricey to the woo kind of stuff. But there you go. That's everything I could think of. I spent about a couple of days just going, what would I like? What would I like? What would I like? And these are the things that I use or want. And I thought that was a pretty good place to go with it. And anyway, you can, like I said, if you've got a couple little other things in there that I missed out, leave a comment and leave me a link to it. And maybe if I agree, I'll throw it into the description. But anyway, there you go. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with me, this Vlogmas 2024. And I hope this helps you think a little bit more creatively about gifts for this holiday season for your disc golf addict, not your addict. And I hope to see you out on the course.